Welcome into the Paul Farrington Show. Paul, joined by Jack Weinberger, Robert Ziggy Ziegler out in Iceland, and producer Zach Bloomquist, the best executive producer in the game, is with us today. Don't worry, Zach. When we get that new equipment, you will be back on camera. I promise that. I promise that down the road.
We'll see.
If you've been enjoying the show, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Actually, we're very close to 24,000 subscribers, which is maybe not. I'd say a milestone. 24,000. It's a lot of
almost
people.
a quarter of the way.
We're like 120, 110 people away right now. So if you enjoy the show and are not subscribed, please help us get to 24K. It would be cool to reach it by the end of the day. That would be an awesome accomplishment for us, and we appreciate everyone for listening. If you're in the Eliminator Challenge, 25 people remain of the initial 52. Remember that you can become a member to play in these fun games we have during the year. The winner of the Eliminator Challenge will be getting a jersey. Perhaps if they want us to sign it, we'll sign it, but a jersey from the NFLshop.com of whatever player they want. And the Pigskin Pick'em Challenge that we also have going. Nearly 400 people are playing in that challenge right now at 51-12. The leader is, and I'm sorry, I have no idea the pronunciation of this name. It's Bandon is Afja.
51-12. Wow.
51-12 is pretty impressive record. And please tell me in the comment section if you're listening how to pronounce that name. I tried like 5 different variations. I was like, let me just do the best that I can. He has a 1-game lead on Big Dilly style. So
I thought big something else was coming up.
So yeah, I'm right there, 45-18, creeping up.
Before we get off this,
sure.
It's absolutely ridiculous that in the Eliminator Challenge, people that picked the Packers last week get to stay in. I'm still upset about it.
Oh, yeah, they didn't win. Wait, they're still in?
Wait, they're not eliminated?
No, if your team loses,
oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's ridiculous.
They didn't win the game.
It's like 8 people are still in here because the Packers tied the game.
Oh, that's absurd. That should be it's a winning league, right? This is a
that's what I thought.
They're still in because
ESPN has the rules. We're not going to kick you out, but if you pick the Packers, you should do the honorable thing and remove yourself from the competition.
No, I wouldn't.
Not really.
I'd go with the ESPN.
Like Jack, and absolutely not. But
yeah, I'd go with the ESPN rules.
So today we'll have the Jack Cap of the week to end the show. We'll have our game picks, of course. This is, after all, the Week 5 predictions video. And we're going to start off with the joint power rankings in the top 10. If anyone doesn't know how we do this, every week we go 10-1, but it's not just Ziggy giving his top 10 teams or me and Jack doing that. We go one at a time, 10-1, each picking one team. And this week I actually think it's pretty hard. Because you saw the Packers the offense looked great, but they looked a little iffy, especially on defense in the tie against Dallas. You saw the Ravens, who had been a top 10 team for us, just get blasted by the Chiefs, and they have so many injuries now on defense. Do they belong in the top 10 anymore? Probably not, but we'll see. So, Ziggy, you're kicking it off for us this week. Who's coming in at number 10?
It's always tough to put a team coming off a loss in your power rankings, but I think this team still deserves to be up here. At number 10, I'm slotting in the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm still impressed the first 3 weeks. I still believe in Justin Herbert. Nobody's beating Jackson Dart in his first game as a New York Giant. Like, we knew they were going to lose this game. I said that this would be a sort of trap game traveling across the coast. It happened. But I still think this is a strong team. I still believe in this offense. I still believe in this defense. You don't have to be undefeated to be in the top 10 through week 4. I'm not reading a lot in this Giants loss. I still think this Chargers team is pretty solid.
I don't think Dart will lose the entire season until he plays Rodgers in the Super Bowl.
So by that metric, I mean, the Giants are probably going to be in this top 10.
In a couple of weeks, they'll be number 1, I think.
I thought that was one of the worst losses of the week was the Chargers at the Giants. And the Giants have a powerful pass rush up front. They got after Herbert. He did not look great. But in a game, and I just want to get this number right here, in a game where Amarian Hampton runs for 128 yards and a touchdown, you got to give him the ball more than 12 times. 12 carries for 128 yards and a touchdown. I mean, Justin Herbert did not need to throw that football 41 times for the Chargers to win that game. I thought that was an error on the Chargers' end. They still belong in the top 10, so I'm happy you put them there, Ziggy. But pretty bad loss against a Giants team that, Jackson Dart was fine. He was fine in that game. He wasn't anything special. You got to get after that, a rookie quarterback in his first game, and make life hell. That can't be a loss for a contender. So I agree. 10 is a fine spot. I'm going to go at 9 with the Indianapolis Colts, another team coming off a loss, but this was about as close a game as you can have against the Rams. A.D. Mitchell, unfortunately, has 2 very, very costly plays. One where he has an awesome catch, right? sprints past everyone down the field, extends the ball out, and drops it on his way into the end zone. Cost 7 points right there. And then he has just as costly holding penalty on an unbelievable touchdown run from Jonathan Taylor, who's just been a beast to start this year. An unnecessary holding call that would not have impacted the play, really. And that arguably costed the Colts a 4-0 start on the year. But I thought they looked really good on the road against the great Rams team, keeping them in the top 10 as well.
Yeah, Taylor again was incredible. I said this last week. I thought the Rams, off that loss to Philly, would come home and beat the Colts pretty badly. I was not a believer in the Colts until this week. Despite the loss, the game was tied at 20 with a couple minutes left. And Taylor was awesome. Mitchell had that ridiculous fumble. Probably should have won the game. This is a good Colts team. I don't have any problem with that.
It's the second game in a couple of months or in a couple of games the Colts should have won but lost because of a premature celebration. You got that Jonathan Taylor fumble at the end of last year. The 80 Mitchell fumble. They got to get their celebrations on point, man. You can't be losing games. Losing 2 games like that in a calendar year in the NFL, that's just ridiculous.
Those plays
Third time's a charm.
Those plays are just insane. Every time you see it, the one that stands out in my mind amongst actually there are 2. One is the Deshaun Jackson Sunday Night Football against the Cowboys,
yes.
But one that really sticks in my mind.
Utah versus Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah.
We were watching it right here, I believe.
They would have went up 14-3
and we were going crazy rooting for Utah, Ziggy, and next thing you know, they pan the camera and Oregon's running downfield. You're like, what the hell? And it's an unbelievable job by the refs in those situations most of the time, who just like let the plays go on. And in that Oregon one, the ref, like you see all the players looking at the ref and he's like, play's not over. And next thing you know, Oregon touchdown like that.
I mean, if I was the ref, I'd probably look away and call a touchdown. Like I don't think I'd watch the entire way through. I'd assume you just hold on to the ball till the end zone.
So we got the Chargers and the Colts to kick this off. Who you got at 8, Jack?
I'm actually I was debating dropping these guys out, but I'm keeping them in. I'm keeping in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 8 here. I initially was not impressed with these guys they played to start the game against Philly. They were getting dogged. After winning their first 3 weeks close, I was ready to boot them. But Philly, who we can all agree is probably a top 2 team in the NFL, very tough to beat. Tampa Bay, who was down and out early, were able to get themselves back into the game, cut the game to 8. A couple big explosive plays. Bucky Irving had one. Emeka Buga continues to be awesome. And most teams in this situation, down 21 points to Philly, I think can roll over and give up. Tampa didn't do that, lost the game, but came back and made it interesting, but a bit of a fight. 3-1. Another decent game from Baker for the most part after the second quarter. And I got Tampa at 8.
Yeah, they seem to be hovering in that. Like, are they ever going to take the jump?
I mean, it's hard to like you can't put them above that spot.
No, I think that's around the right. I may have had them just slightly higher, but yeah, they're in that same group with the Chargers and these teams that we're looking at. The Colts, I think, have a little bit more to prove before I'm ready to cement them as like a second tier contender. But the Bucs, you're just sort of waiting for them to bring it all together and have that signature win. They had it last year against Philly, but after that they kind of were sporadic. We'll see. It'll be a good bounce back opportunity for them this upcoming week. Ziggy, who you got at 7?
There's a lot of teams you could put at 7. You could put the Commanders. You could put the Broncos. You could put the 49ers. You could put the Seahawks. I think the team, but these aren't the record rankings. These are the Paul Farrington Show power rankings. So even though I know you guys aren't going to want to hear this, at number 7, I'm slotting in the 1-3 Baltimore Ravens.
What?
The Ravens have played tough opponents to start the season. No, I get that you're upset about this because you don't understand the purpose of the exercise. But when they go and beat Houston, beat LA, beat Chicago, beat Miami, beat Minnesota, everybody's going to be wondering why we were panicking about this team. They're still favored to win the AFC North. That's because they're far and away the best team in their division. If Lamar's actually hurt, that's one thing. But if Lamar Jackson is healthy, this remains one of the best teams in the NFL.
He is hurt.
Nothing I've seen up until this point convinces me otherwise.
Isn't Rush starting?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Cooper Rush is starting.
Rush is starting this week.
I saw that Lamar could miss a couple weeks.
The Ravens are a dog to the Texans this week.
Okay, if Cooper Rush is starting the game, fair enough. For next week, I'll put the Commanders up there. I think if Lamar is healthy, this is where I would put them. But if he's not healthy, fair enough. I'm putting the Washington Commanders here.
Okay, so
with no Lamar.
You're swapping in the Commanders.
Yeah, with Lamar out, there's no way you can justify the Ravens being up there. And the Commanders are certainly not a bad team. I had them right there at 11. They've played solid football. Jaden Daniels is coming back. I'm worried about Terry McLaurin, but at the end of the day, I have to believe he's still good at playing football. The defense has looked better this year. I mean, look, they're 2-2. The loss to Atlanta is tough. The loss to Green Bay, I don't think is all that bad. They're a solid football team. I don't have them as high as some of the other teams you put over them, but I don't know who else to put here. The Broncos, the 49ers, the Commanders are the best of the rest.
I am not happy with your number 7 ranking, Ziggy. Either of them. The Ravens one I didn't like.
Who do you want here? Who do you want here?
I had Green Bay at 7.
You put me in a very difficult position now because now there are 3 teams, really 2 teams that we have to choose between who I think are both clearly above Washington at the moment. And this is where people are going to get upset with me. I'm going to put the Chiefs at 6 after what they did to Baltimore. And you saw them come in with Xavier Worthy now healthy. And Rashee Rice will be back soon, so I anticipate them going higher. But as soon as they got one of their primary weapons back, that offense was on fire. Patrick Mahomes threw for 4 touchdowns. The defense basically shut down Lamar, made him make some big mistakes, which Lamar tends to do in these big spots, it now seems like. So I got Kansas City there at 6. I anticipate them continuing to go up, and it looks like Patrick Mahomes looked like Patrick Mahomes in this game.
No, I mean, I said after this game on Sunday, the reaction, this is what I've kind of been waiting for from the Chiefs, is most of last season, I was pretty I don't know, we're in the Super Bowl, but I said I was opposite of you, pretty anti-Chiefs of the way they were winning these games, like 3 points and blocked field goals and just eking out wins.
That was like we kicked your ass.
This was like, okay, we're the Kansas City Chiefs. We're not done yet. Beating Baltimore by 24 points. They deserve a spot back in the top 10. Yeah.
But now to me,
people would hear me say this. I think you have the Chiefs too low, Paul.
Yeah, that could be the case. I think you could justify them up to 5, but see what I don't like here, Ziggy, is I have like 6 teams.
Oh, this makes it really tough.
I have 6 teams here that I think should all be in these top 5 because I'm anti-Commanders in the top 10 right now. But now I've passed it on to Jack. Now Jack has to make the call.
Well, my number. See, this is going to leave a team out though.
No, now we're in trouble. Who are you between?
My number 5 was the Seahawks. I'm between Seattle and Green Bay.
That's the debate now. Yeah. I think there's a clear choice between those 2. Well, you're a Seahawk guy.
I know. I like the Seahawks. I Green Bay at 7, Seattle at 5.
We're really putting the Seahawks in here and not the Packers. Are the Seahawks a top 16 team in football? I'm not so sure.
The Seahawks have been good. Darnold's been great. Smith and Jigba's been one of the best in the NFL.
They beat the Steelers.
They beat Pittsburgh on the road.
The underlying fundamentals for the Seahawks team are not good. The Packers are one of the best teams in football.
You know what?
There's an easy choice
but
here.
This now isn't the week 1 or week 2. This is now the week 5 power rankings, right?
Yes.
This is after Green Bay lost to Cleveland and tied Dallas. So I'm going to put Seattle at number 5.
Good teams win. They don't tie.
Sam Darnold finished both halves very well against Arizona. JSN some big grabs late to put the game away. I like this Seattle team.
No, they're a very good team.
These last 2 weeks, I think Seattle's been better than Green Bay. That was my debate, Seattle or Green Bay.
They were in my top 10. They were not this high. I know you've been high on them this entire
I had Green
season.
Bay at 7, Seattle at 5. That was my ranking.
Mm-hmm.
So, Seattle.
All right, Ziggy, see what you do to us. See what you've done to us.
Well, this is easy for me because I'm going to put in the worst NFC team I've got in the top 5. I'm putting in the Green Bay Packers. I've got them ahead of the Eagles. I think they're a better team. They've got a better defense. Look, they've struggled the past 2 weeks. There's no doubt about it. I totally understand that. But I remain convinced that those losses and ties were relatively fluky. They've still got Jordan Love at quarterback. They've still got an effective run game. The injuries on the offensive line are concerning, but they will get healthy. The aberration of the Dallas game has not done enough to convince me this isn't one of the best defenses in football. I'm very happy slotting them in at 4 here. I've got him at 5 in my own rankings, but this is pretty close.
I mean,
Go, Jack.
the tough thing is like I've been very, very high on Green Bay even after the Browns loss, was because I thought that the defense was very good. And I know it's one game. I'm not panicking, but to be absolutely sautéed like that by a CD Lamb-less Cowboys team,
a little concerning. Concerning, but
yeah, it is concerning.
they should be fine.
But again, like I had him in the top 10 still. I didn't drop him that far.
Yeah, it's a real shame that now the LA Rams are not going to be in our top 10, which is just a travesty.
Well, yeah, because we have, what is it? It's
Well, I'm putting Buffalo at 3. I'm putting the Bills at 3 right now. One of 2 undefeated teams in the league.
yeah.
Josh Allen continues to play well. The Bills defense leaves some room for worry about this team down the road. But at this point in the year right now, they like their minds, if you're a Buffalo fan right now, you are keyed in, totally locked in on that 1 seed. And it feels at this point in time like it's yours to lose. Who's really who are the big threats? In your mind, Kansas City is, right? Because they always are there. You're also worried about who? Who's really threatening the Bills for the 1 seed at this point in time? The Colts, the Jags are 3-1, the Steelers are 3-1, the Chargers are 3-1, but no one worries them.
Wow.
So
Speak for yourself.
if I'm a Buffalo fan right now, I'm feeling really good. You got the big lead over the teams you were most worried about coming into the season. And if it goes through Buffalo, I know that last year was a close call against Baltimore, but you're always confident in that building, and you want to avoid going to Arrowhead more than anything. So I think they're in a great spot. I have them at 3.
Yeah, I'm 2-0 Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what they do against the team who they're supposed to do it against, dominating Cleveland. They're the same team they were last year. The week 1 loss is behind everybody. They're a powerhouse, number 2.
So Ziggy, you do have a choice here between Eagles and Rams.
Could go with the Rams here at number 1.
Here's the honest answer. I'm going to put the team that I had higher in my power rankings at number 1. The Los Angeles Rams are slotting in.
Oh, man.
It's that simple. When the Rams played, I thought they were the better team. I'm not reading much into the fluky loss. I've been much more impressed with what the Rams have done up until this point than the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles have not looked like they have the same offense as last year. The defense is still good, but it has not been elite. I will stand on this. I believe the Los Angeles Rams, despite the head-to-head loss off the fluky blocked field goal, are the better football team. And the better football team should go ahead of them in the power rankings. I like Philadelphia. They're in my top 10. But I've got 3 NFC teams ahead of them. I have not been impressed one bit with what Philadelphia has done this season relative to the top of the NFC. So sorry, Philadelphia. The Rams are coming in at number 1. Not exactly where I'd put them, but I thought them at 4. They're not that far off.
What? So when we look back on this, I think there are two. I think there are 2 major errors now. Now that we finished the list in hindsight, I think the Commanders at 7 was a travesty, and I think Jack putting Seattle over the Packers led to this catastrophe at number 1. Jack having put.
It's like if the Packers was 5, you could have put.
I would have put the Rams at 4, and then we would have been Bills, Lions, Eagles. So that would have saved us
And left Seattle out.
Yeah, but I know you like Seattle, so I had a feeling that that's where it was going to go. But that's.
All right, but
this is the joint power rankings. This is what happens.
I don't think Washington should be in the top 10.
Oh yeah, Z, can you? Why is Washington in your top 10?
7 should have been.
There's a simple answer. I still think Jaden Daniels is really good at playing the quarterback position. The defense looks better than last year.
So, which one of the teams that we're talking about did you have below Washington?
Seattle.
Okay.
I have Seattle as number 15. I think they could be good, but this early in the season, I think you still have to look at preseason expectations in your power rankings. I thought they haven't done enough to convince me they're good enough to be in the top 10. They're close. 1 or 2 more good weeks, I'm happy to put them there. But I'm still riding high on Jaden Daniels, and I'm not punishing the Commanders that much for a loss when he was out, when he's coming back right away.
Do you think that we're the only people who would have the Eagles
out at the top,
number 3 in our power rankings? Then they go on the road to a 3-0 team and cover a spread and win pretty convincingly. We dropped them out of the top
dropped out
10.
of the
This
top
is the
10.
magic of the joint power ranking segment.
I mean,
right?
that's why.
Chaos
I guess that's why it's a segment. We should clarify though. Every one of us probably has Philly in the top 3.
I feel
Right,
like
like,
I have them at number 6.
I have Philly at 1 as well.
this is tragic.
Well,
But-
you can say that I'm wrong about this Eagles team. Remember when they were 9-0? Who was on this show foretelling doom, saying this team was not the Eagles we saw the previous year and they were going to struggle for the rest of the season? Who was saying that? It wasn't Paul. It wasn't Jack.
No, it
He was
wasn't.
right.
It wasn't. It wasn't. You were right.
I see that. I'm not saying this Philly team is going to collapse down the stretch and go like 1-8 or whatever they did.
So this is
But I have
this
not
is nuts.
seen the Philly
This is- yeah,
team
this
from
is great.
last year this year.
We're gonna post a graphic,
People will think we're trolling, but we're not.
but that's not
No,
even. Like,
we're not trolling because you had the
No, but
Commanders higher than the
it's-
Seahawks, and
it's-
Jack had the Seahawks
but
higher than the Packers.
it's not even like a justifiable troll.
It's just idiots. We're
No,
just
I
idiots.
told everyone agrees the Eagles should be in the top 10. I believe they're a borderline top 5 team, but at the end of the day, the Rams are better, and I'm going by my power rankings.
Yeah,
Hey,
fair enough.
That's why.
Fair enough.
That's what I did with Seahawks Packers too.
You know,
Yeah, I get. That's fair.
You know what? So we're gonna get to the game picks in just 1 second. I just wanted to. I had a thought like pop into my mind just now. Isn't it amazing the special teams impacts that we're seeing this year so far, with like guys hitting 65-yard field goals and all the blocks that we're having? Like I can't remember a season where special teams has seemed to loom so large over so many games.
Oh, now it's like I feel like a kicker comes out for a 55-yard field goal and it's like a chip shot.
The
Whereas
Packers
a few years
settled.
ago, that was
They settled for a 54-yarder
Yeah.
to tie it
and, like
against
it feels
Dallas.
automatic right now.
And it was like, yeah, you know, Aubrey, LaFleur was being conservative there at the end of the game, letting clock run down because he was worried if I leave 13 seconds, Aubrey can hit this from 70 yards, which is just, I don't know. What's the deal? They're letting the trainers and everyone work the balls before. Oh, there we go.
Can you work my balls later?
Yeah, there it was. But what is it? But Ziggy, you're
Effectively, what
okay.
they're doing is before the games, right? They get to hold the balls for whatever. They're using blow dryers. They're massaging them. They're kicking them. They're denting them. They're doing whatever they can to get those balls in exactly the right shape the kicker wants. Because every kicker has a certain ball preference, right? Some want balls with a dent here. Some want balls with a dent there. Some want the ball shaped this way. Some want the ball with this kind of air pressure. So it's just all about manipulating the ball to give your kicker an advantage. And before you couldn't do that because the NFL held on to all the balls until 90 minutes before the game. Now at the start of the season, they say you get 60 balls, go nuts, do whatever you want with your balls.
No, my balls are filling up.
I didn't realize that you can actually manipulate balls in such a way that it would make this big of a difference. Like you're adding 10 plus yards to some kickers. And you know, jokes aside about like handling the balls, it is pretty crazy to me that this is an impact that you could have just by letting the guys like work the balls in a little bit more.
Do they handle the balls with both hands, you think, or one hand?
I don't know.
Right
I mean,
hand,
like
left hand?
I know we can't run this
Wait, well,
segment.
here's the thing: is technically you're not supposed to do basically any of the stuff we mentioned, but if it's happening in the team facility, no one's got to know what you're doing to those balls, right? Like, what are you going to do? Is like the Packers cameraman watching them work the ball is going to be like, "Hey guys, NFL front office, we're doing some illegal activity with balls here." Like, no, of course not.
Right. Yeah.
Like if it's behind closed doors, you do what they want with the balls, but it's not,
Like-
it's not in front of people.
I understand that we can't run this segment professionally, but it actually is a kind of wild turn of events that's happened this year. And I actually, this might be a hot take. I kind of liked it better when we weren't hitting 60-yard field goals. I kind of liked when kicks actually felt a little bit more like, okay, like this, here's a 50-yarder.
Like here's a 52-yarder.
Like, let's see if he can make this. Like,
I mean, I feel that way because the Vikings kicker is going to miss the 25-yarder no matter what they do.
yeah, right. Well, Reichert hit a 62-yarder, and it's just like, my gosh, like I actually don't like that field goal range is starting at the 50-yard line right
I
now.
mean, Boswell against the Jets. What was that? 62 also?
Yeah, it's just it's insanity. It's
Nick Folk hitting like a 52-yarder at 40 years old.
yeah, they're drilling them, and some people have been talking about making a 60-yard field goal worth 4 points. I've seen that being discussed. I'm like, I don't like that.
I mean, it's too automatic now for the 4 points to be a lot for that.
Yeah, I mean that changes the game completely.
Yeah.
But you're also seeing it with block kicks now. The Vikings blocked a Steeler kick. The Bears had the game winner. It's wild, the special teams. If you've ever wondered how scammers get your phone number or why your inbox is flooded with spam, this is why. There are companies called data brokers that sell your data. They do it without your consent, and they make billions selling your information to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And while they're legally required to remove your info if you ask, they purposely make this process difficult and confusing. That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my friends and family. They take care of the hard part, automatically removing your info from these sites and keeping it off. There's nothing more annoying than opening your email, bunch of spam, can't find what you're looking for. Or you open your phone, bunch of texts or numbers you don't know, you don't want them there, and they never seem to stop. Aura is all-in-one digital security. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking the front door, but leaving the back door open. Get alerts if your personal info is found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking, 24/7 monitoring to help keep your identity secure, and so much more that Aura offers. One app, every layer of protection. So let's get on to our game picks here for week 5. We'll start off with the San Francisco 49ers going to the number 1 ranked power ranking team, the Los Angeles Rams, on Thursday Night Football. The Rams are 7-point favorites. Jack, who you got?
Oh, you got to go with the Rams. They're the number 1 for a reason. Yeah, I think the Rams take care of business at home here. Once
Let's
again.
ram it.
Let's ram it in all night long.
If you're LA, it's always tough to play games on the road, like when the 49ers come into wherever they play. I remember the Rams having to go to silent count during their own home playoff game against the 49ers, but they're the better team. They'll win. Give me LA.
Producer Zach?
Oh, there's no Purdy, right? No Purdy.
No Purdy, no Juwan Jennings, no Ricky Pierce.
Yeah. So let's take the Rams on this one.
You're ramming it in?
The Rams actually might be, for anyone in the survivor pool, without Brock, without all these dudes, they're probably a safe bet this week in your survivor pool. I'm going to Rams as well. The Vikings. Now we have the team where we want them. 3.5-point favorites in London.
I'm back on board.
Against the Dillon Gabriel-led Cleveland Browns.
I'm scoling.
I'm scoling too. Come on, Ziggy. He's a rookie quarterback.
Doom and destruction comes for us all. Give me Cleveland.
Dude.
I'm done.
Oh, would I be surprised? No.
I would be utterly shocked if we lost to Dillon Gabriel.
I think you guys
don't lose in London.
We don't lose in London. This is a rookie quarterback in his debut. I'm
just giving you the London factor. That's it.
I'd rather play Joe Flacco than Dillon Gabriel.
I think that's a really bad take. I think that's a crazy take. Dillon Gabriel.
You are underestimating that every week with Joe Flacco, there's like a pick six or a scoop and score. Like he always performs. Like with the rookie, you don't know what's going to happen. With Joe Flacco,
I have an idea.
Guaranteed a catastrophic play every single game.
I actually do love the Vikings -3, I think.
I think that's an unbelievable bet.
Yeah.
Like they should be totally fine. They have Addison back now. The offensive line, now if you were to play devil's advocate, the O-line having all the injuries they do against Myles Garrett and that defense, yeah, maybe there's a world where this is also like a 13-10 game like the Packers-Browns. But
who's the right tackle for this game?
Look,
I don't know who is playing.
You guys just saw Pittsburgh's Cleveland's defense is like a peewee team compared to Pittsburgh's defense. You should be all right. You got the big dogs out of the way.
I don't know. I don't know if Roos is going to be playing or. I mean, it's horrendous when you look at the Vikings' offensive line right now.
Roos is cool, right?
Yeah, we won the two of them, which hasn't been good.
Yeah. So where does Myles Garrett? Where's his normal position lining up?
Just where? Yes, I know.
Right side. It's over.
Yes, it'll be a disaster. But I'm just going to say, you saw what Flacco did in the preseason. You saw what Dillon Gabriel did in the preseason. Like, if you're concerned about Flacco, you should be concerned about Dillon Gabriel. In his start, he might go on to have a fantastic career. In game one, it would be, oh my God, if we lose to the Browns, there might not be a show. There might not be a show. The Texans are 1.5-point favorites at the Ravens. Cooper Rush will be quarterbacking the Baltimore Ravens in this one.
Yeah, look, as much as I would love to see Baltimore drop to 1-4 for the sake of my Steelers, I am not a believer in Houston. I'm pretty out on Houston. I don't think Cooper Rush is that bad of a quarterback. I think Baltimore wins this game at home after two straight losses. I like Baltimore as a home dog. So I'm going the Ravens. Ravens
I
flop.
don't feel good about Cooper Rush, but I really don't feel good about this Ravens run defense. This is a whoever on earth is going to be running back for the Texans legacy game. Give me Houston here.
Houston.
This is like DEFCON level 5 for the Ravens right now. I think they're in a lot of trouble, not just this game.
I'm being offered a pretty big cash out, my bet, by the way, too, now. FanDuel knows Pittsburgh has a chance.
Oh, no, you really do have an opportunity right now.
Pittsburgh has a chance.
For anyone who doesn't know, Jack hit some college game in parlay. What game was it?
It was Mississippi State beating ASU. parlayed with the Phillies winning the National League and the Steelers AFC North. And that has serious teeth.
Well, I mean, yeah, you are one of the few people, Jack, that would place a bet like that and have Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson both wind up missing like significant chunks of the season.
I'm good at this.
The Ravens without Lamar, ton of trouble. But then just if you go up and pull up their depth chart right now, Nnamdi Madubuike is out for the year. Marlon Humphrey is doubtful for this game. Kyle Van Noy's questionable, but he's already missed so much time. Nate Wiggins is questionable. Roquan Smith doubtful. The defense is really the big issue. And if you ever found a team that's more lucky to walk into like a win like this, the Houston Texans, who have had a terrible start to the year, bounce back with the 26-0 win over the Titans last week. And if they win this football game, there's a really good chance that the Texans are right back in it. In the AFC South after the start of the year looked like they were going to have a tough go about. So I think the Texans get very fortunate here and get a win. The Giants are 1.5 point underdogs at the Saints.
The Giants. So here what Jackson Dart said, he's upset the Saints passed on him. Jackson Dart's he played his college football in the South. Malik Neighbors is a Louisiana guy. He just got hurt. They're playing well for him. I got the Giants winning in New Orleans. The G-Man.
Jackson Dart, there's a 100% chance he's going to get hurt if he keeps running like that. But before he does it, he's going to win him a couple more football games. Give me the Giants.
Giants.
Is it? The Saints have actually been playing, other than the Seahawks, like, I can't even say the word or I'll get thrown off there. Other than the Seahawks, game against New Orleans, the Saints have had all relatively one score game. They were close against Buffalo. I know it was a 12-point loss, but that was a 1-score game in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to take the lead on the Olave drop. I'm not picking them because I just think the Giants have the best unit on the field in their defense, especially up front. I think they'll get after Rattler and make life miserable. But this might be a little this will not be a blowout or anything. I'd be surprised if the Giants waltzed in there, especially no Neighbors. I got the Giants, but I have the Giants in a close one. The Dolphins go to Carolina. Zach, a chance for Miami to win 2 in a row. Get back in. Hey, the wild card is open in the AFC right now. I think it is.
What's the attendance in that game? 6?
They got to do their free hot. Didn't they have 2 free beers a couple of years ago? Yeah. Or is that the Jaguars?
Well, you know my rule. I don't pick Carolina, so I'm going Miami 2 in a row.
The AFC might be open. The AFC might be open, but so is Tyreek Hill's knee for surgery. I'm taking the Panthers.
Ziggy.
That's right. They still got Jalen Waddle.
Tyreek Hill's not playing. This Dolphins team has no chance. I'm not picking them for the rest of the season.
Ziggy doesn't know who we have now.
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller. 2 touchdowns.
That catch he had was great.
He's back, baby. He is back. Give me Darren Waller and the Dolphins all day.
The touchdown he had.
He scored more touchdowns now than he did the entire season with the Giants.
Hey, that's the Tua
How
effect,
insane
baby.
is that?
That's Tua effect.
That's Tua. Actually, Tua's a better quarterback than people give him credit for. But
no, he's awful.
Tua's not horrible. I went through it in my head today, and I think Tua, you take him over 14 other quarterbacks in the league. Well, anyway, though.
This is the Bama versus Bama here. It was Bryce Young after Tua.
The Panthers' last 2 games, they beat the Falcons by 30 and lost to the Patriots by 29. So I just have no idea what to expect with this team. I feel more confident thinking that they'll be bad than good in a game. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins too. Who again?
Where's this at again?
What?
Where's this at?
This one is in Carolina. So still warm weather though. Yeah. Should be fine for 2.
We do.
The Raiders are 6.5 point underdogs at the Colts.
Raiders 6. Oh, Colts. Colts bounced back in a pretty big way here. I got the Colts.
Colts forged.
Colts forged.
The Raiders ran.
Genty runs wild though again. Genty runs wild again.
I was gonna say the Raiders ran for 240 yards. They averaged almost, I think, over 7 yards per rush last week against the Bears. The Bears ran for 69 yards and a little over 2 yards per rush. Unbelievable that you can lose a game when you outrush your opponent by almost 200 yards.
That's the Raiders.
And that's just the Raiders. That's just the Raiders. And Ashton Genty was unbelievable for the first time. You finally saw he looks like he'll be a special running back. But I'm going to go Indianapolis here. Just watch out for Max Crosby going after Daniel Jones because Crosby was unreal against Chicago.
I mean, there could any given Sunday too, Daniel Jones could implode.
He's just you're kind of waiting for it.
Yeah, like
right?
he can have a game where he throws 4 picks. It's here's Daniel Jones.
And I know he had 2 against the Rams, but that last one was on the game tying attempt. Like they were
he was
forcing
still
the ball
pretty solid
downfield.
against
No,
the
he was
Rams
pretty
for the most
solid.
part.
So you're waiting for it, and hopefully for the Colts, it'll just never
I'm
come.
gonna take my favorite is, and I finally put my finger on it. Paul keeps giving all these stats on the team that it sounds like he's gonna pick, and then just picks the other one. Just gives these amazing stats out on why this team should probably win, and then just nope.
Well,
Nope, why would I do that?
most people are probably beneficial fading themselves.
Oh, you're right. Paul is one.
Well, I'm just throwing out like a couple fun facts. And I'm like, yeah, but like this is what's gonna happen. I'm trying to make everyone feel good. The Broncos. I won't make the Broncos fans feel good. The Broncos go into Philly. Was that a dolphin for a Bronco?
Try to do a horse.
Denver
noise.
goes into Philly for a Sunday 1:00 game. Eagles are 4.5 point favorites.
Here we go. Ready?
That's
The Eagles pull the doors off of them. The Philly.
Very good about Philadelphia. I'm taking the Broncos to win this one.
so you've just completely flipped the switch on Philly for some reason. This is what you decided.
Remember last year when the Bengals beat the Giants, and I'm like, I'm out on this
Yeah,
team.
but the Eagles
Yeah.
kind of mauled the Bucs.
The Eagles going on this run, I'm out on this team. They have not looked good. I'm taking the Broncos.
Interesting.
Well,
Zach?
I'll
Philly. Give
tip
me
my
the
cap
Eagles.
if you're right.
Yeah, I'm going with Philly as well in this one. Although you are seeing that AJ Brown, Devontae Smith are starting to get pissed off, particularly Brown.
Oh, AJ Brown was upset last game.
yeah, they're walking into the locker room like players who are not on the winning team. And will that become a problem at some point? We'll find out. The Cowboys, 2.5 point favorites in New York, taking on the Jets. Who, I mean, if you were a supporter of the Jets going into last week, seeing what the Dolphins did, like can't be feeling.
I will actually add to my list of teams that I will never pick. It's the Panthers, the Bears, and the Jets are on that list too. I actually don't believe Dallas is as bad as I thought they were initially. I still think they're pretty bad.
Defense is bad.
Yeah, defense is bad. Like I think Dallas as a whole is better than the Jets. The Jets is not really a home field advantage. I got Dallas winning this game by 7 to 10 points.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I have Dallas as well. We'll move on to the Titans playing the Cardinals. I mean, if anyone,
Titans suck. Cardinals.
the Titans have to be one of the most disappointing teams of the year. Even with the low expectations, they have just been beyond putrid. The Cardinals from
Zach, one more try. Come on, give it one more try with Cam Ward.
Yeah, I'll give Cam Warren.
These are 2 of Zach's favorite teams.
Have you picked them?
I have the Bengals at 31 in my power rankings. I have the Titans at 32. No, I'm not picking.
After Cam Ward said that they are ass, I think that lit a fire under them.
Hopefully it did.
Oh gosh, the Buccaneers are 3-point underdogs at the Seahawks. This might be the game of the week, right?
You know
here.
who I'm picking.
This is a really fun one. I think it's 2 teams who are kind of fighting to be or on that second tier contenders, trying to get up to that top tier. Big game.
I'm picking the best team in football. I'm taking Sam Darnold in Seattle to win again.
The Seahawks get to prove a lot to me this game, and I think they're actually going to do it. I'll take Seattle.
I'll join the bandwagon. Give me Seattle.
Wow, I thought you kind of have a little Bucks fever to you, Zach. So I'm surprised there.
Yeah, I do like
This
the
is
Bucs,
your
but-
sign now to go and bet the Bucks. I'm squad riding with you guys. I'm taking Seattle as well.
Who's the better OSU receiver, JSN or Emeka Ibuka? Better find out.
JSN.
Better find out.
Yeah, I think at Ohio State, but Emeka might wind up being a better pro. Washington at the Chargers. Jaden Daniels should be back for this one. The Chargers are 2.5 point favorites. Good 420 slate.
Yeah, I like the Chargers. Horrendous loss. I can hope that
Bounce back spot.
a team with aspirations to be better than in prior years can win this game at home. So I got the Chargers.
The curse game happened for the Chargers. They'll be fine for another few. Give me Los Angeles.
Yep, got to give me Los Angeles.
Jaden Daniels return.
I don't think he'll play as good.
I want to take the Chargers, but
You have a nice Charger.
after losing to the Giants, I don't know. The magic might be gone.
You're really overthinking.
The magic might be gone. I'm gonna.
The Madison Beer magic is never gone.
Is Terry McLaurin playing? He's back, right?
If
I
he
believe.
is, he's probably not going to be good.
That's a good point. Okay, I'll squad ride the Chargers. The Lions go to the Bengals. We're all taking the Lions next.
Lions.
The Patriots go to the Bills. We're all taking the Bills. And last,
we got to say the Bills are wearing their their rivalry uniforms.
oh yeah, I saw
They're cold rivalry. They actually look sick. They're all white. They're like the Vikings, but a lot better looking.
If the Pats go into Buffalo, and wins, do the Steelers move ahead of the Bills next week in the power rankings?
Nope.
They might. They might. Jack, they just might. Steelers could be in the power rankings within the next 2 weeks.
I think so.
Easily. But they have to, they're gonna have to have a win. Who do you have coming out of the bye?
If the bye, we have Cleveland. Look, we're playing a bunch of bad teams.
You just keep winning. Eventually, you find your way there.
The Pats, Jets,
Fake it till you make
Minnesota, and Cleveland.
Fake it till you make it.
4-1.
Hey, the Vikings are a good win. Chiefs at the Jaguars. The Chiefs are 3-point favorites. Will the Prince take down Mahomes?
I want to take Jacksonville bad. The
I
Chiefs
will take Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm taking
Screw it.
Jacksonville too. I'm gonna take Jacksonville also. I'm still anti-Chiefs.
I cannot believe this. Jack.
Losers.
I'm still anti-Chiefs.
Chiefs. I love the Jaguars, and I love like ETN and all them.
The Jags are 3-1. They're
The
good.
Jaguars have built an effective offense around Trevor Lawrence's strengths and weaknesses. They've got their guy. I'm
Brian
taking him.
Thomas won me fantasy last year.
Liam Cohen's doing a great job. I just, we know how this game ends. We've seen this before. Like this is
Like a million times.
We just watched Casey destroy the Ravens, a top 10 team. That
you have the Chiefs at number 3 in your power. You're all over the map, Ziggy.
Ziggy, where are you?
I can have mine in the power rings and still think they're going to lose to the Jaguars.
That's true.
Is it a high
All right,
altitude
let's,
over there? Got you like thinking different?
Look at
I
Brian
actually don't
Bell
know
to
if it's
close
higher
out the
altitude.
Yankees.
Actually,
Let's
don't know.
finish off with the Jack Cab of the week.
That was the last game?
That was the last
Is
game.
that's Monday Night Football?
That's a fun Monday night game.
Oh, it's a night game in Duval?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got
Duval.
Yeah, Jacksonville.
All right, let's go to Cap.
Speaking of Florida, it's funny that's where we ended up.
Did you forget the cap for a second?
No. So I've lost my last two. It's always foolish to bet against Ohio State because things just like seem to always go their way.
Yeah, we knew this.
It's like they could be in the 3rd and 12, right? And you stop them, and here comes a flag in the secondary, or it's like you bust off a big run up. Here's a hold, and it's 1st and 20. Stuff like that
Roughing the passer.
tends to bounce Ohio State's way. So it's not smart to bet against Ohio State, but you know what is smart to bet against the team who you think is full of frauds. So the other day in class, I'm a 4th grade teacher, and we had a spelling test. And funny, it was on a couple state capitals. Everyone got the easy ones like Helena, Montana, and Pierre, South Dakota, Trenton, New Jersey. Everybody struggled with a certain one. And that word became our word of the week. So every day in the first 5 minutes of class, my kids get out their whiteboards and they try their best to spell out this capital until they all can perfect it. That capital is Tallahassee, Florida. And that had me thinking, Tallahassee, Florida. They're home to Florida State University. Florida State's playing a night game in prime time against Miami this weekend. And they're a 4.5-point dog. I think Miami stinks. Florida State bounces back. Give me those Florida State Seminoles plus 4.5. In Doe Campbell on Saturday night. Knowles plus 4.5.
Can you spell Tallahassee?
Little money line sprink and bink. Tallahassee. Tallahassee.
Hold on.
Yeah, confirm. See if it's right.
I was pretty sure it's 2 L's.
Tallalla.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Talla.
No, Talla.
HASSE. So maybe
So that
chaos in this class.
This week is my class's word of the week. It's Tallahassee.
You should start pulling out the whiteboard too.
Yeah,
Sure. That's a big bounce back spot.
I'll be watching the game in a Florida State bar in Manhattan. So hopefully they can get it.
Now, is this one where Jack's heart is messing with his mind?
I circled this week 1.
Okay. All right. There you have it. The Jack Cap of the week. Some game predictions, some power rankings that got off out of control. Later today, we'll be having the members-only mailbag dropping as well, where we answered members-only questions. And everyone will be able to watch it, but to be a member, to get your question, you have to be a member. You can do that by going to our channel homepage, selecting join. It's easier on desktop than on mobile. Again, appreciate everyone listening. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As we're approaching 24,000, we could really use that subscription. And have a great weekend.